Welcome here today, ladies and gentlemen, to the North Carolina season. So after today, we are halfway through the regular season for the Truck Series. Starting from the back, no qualifying or field. So here we go in this one. Stuart Friesen will be starting from the pole in today's race, with Ty Gilliland starting second in the 38 truck. Night racing under the lights at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thanks for everybody tuning in here. Doubleheader Saturday because we DNF'd in the Cup race at Martinsville. Just 200 laps into that one. Green flag in the air. We're underway at Charlotte. Just 30 laps in the opening stage of the race here. We are using the steering wheel for this one today. Big initial start. Fight all of a sudden. Crafton with a huge run underneath of Clay Greenfield. Picking up a starts on the initial start there. Gained about 4 spots. 1 lap in the books. Racetrack's really tight. At least in the first couple laps, of course, with no quality laps around the racetrack too. So definitely be a huge factor in this one. Had to get on the brakes that time to stay to the inside of Angela Ruck. Roll out of the throttle in the Truck Series around a mile and a half. Quickly trying to gain spots in the early going of the race. Crafton all over the back of Gustine. Block. Finally, Crafton is able to get under him as Raphael Lassard. And he drove it off deep into 1 and 2. Barely cleared him in the center of the corner. Getting back to the gas now. And Nemechek, who started at the rear, is still behind most of the trucks that Crafton has already passed in the opening couple of laps. Top 2 are kind of pulling away, and then 3rd and 4th are starting to pull away from 5th on back, who are still pretty much for the most part in a single file line. We got a little bit of side-by-side action midway through the field. Jesse Little back to the gas to move up to 19th. Gotta hope you're going to want to win stage 1 with not many laps for the stage. Again, limited amount of tires per Truck Series race. Today, shouldn't be any pit stops in the opening stage with it only being 30 laps. We'll see going forward. Crafton with a nail-biting move up the middle. Took a crossing over. Natalie Decker as they're 3 wide down the stretch. Quad oval. It's going to be an awkward angle for Crafton into turn 1. Got the left sides on the apron as the rear of the truck started sliding out. Heck of a move. Didn't really pay out to his advantage, but he didn't really lose any ground either. All over the back of Riley Herbst. Looking to the inside off of turn 4. 3 wide once more. Pack scramble in the opening 10 laps of the race. Called 48, Adrenaline Rush. Welcome to the stream, guys. Tanner Gray on the outside of Tyler. Look to the side. Ankrum got out of the gas. Oh, Crafton tight. Contact now with Ankrum up the racetrack. They barely keep it off the wall. Ty Majeski had to back out of the gas. He almost ran right in the back of both of them. We stay green. Crafton to the outside now. Maybe looking to get a run off the exit of turn 2 on Anderson and Gray. 3 side by side, and Crafton takes them to school down the back straightaway and clears them before they even get into turn 3, moving him up to 12. Currently about 9 seconds off the race lead, though. Still gonna have to pick up the pace, only 21 laps. 1. 20 laps to go. Crafton passes Zane Smith through the field up to 11th. About 2 seconds behind to his in round. Ben Rhodes for 9th going into turn 3. Eckes on his inside. Rhodes trying to pinch him. Running more of a middle lane. And Eckes wasn't able to complete the pass off in turn 4 because of it. They're aggressively staying door to door on one, trying to edge each other out, and Eckes is able to drive it in much deeper into turns 1 and 2 and hang on and pass him for that 9th position. Crafton in the top 10 for the first time. Here we go. Trying to come all the way to the front to perhaps win stage 1. Halfway through the tire run. 17 laps to go, still in stage 1. Crafton is really putting a lot of stress on that right front tire. Trying to hustle through the pack, but he might have to back his pace down if he's going to make it to the end of the opening stage. Of the behind Austin Hill. Huge closing rate going into turn 3. Barely slides it underneath the 13. Now underneath the 98 off in turn. 88 truck seems like it's got a lot of people to really move around a lot in the center of the corners and get around some of these drivers. Crafton might have the fastest truck in the field in the early going of the race, but does he have enough time to get that playoff point to win the opening? Coming to 14 laps to go this time by. This could be a mad dash. That's and Sheldon Creed did. Straight away, and Crafton's just got the horsepower under the race truck today, up to 4th, and even a big run. See, looks hot for on Brett Moffitt for 3rd, and a podium position now is Matt Crafton. Oh, trouble! Huge crash! 2 trucks involved through turns 1 and 2. Clay Greenfield, Angela Ruck involved. Able to thread the middle. Todd Gillen. We somehow stay green after a huge wreck going into turns 1 and 2. I don't know why there wasn't a caution there. 2 trucks hit very hard and one another on the outside wall. That all happened behind Stuart because he pulls away now. a little bit further. Does move Crafton up to second, passing Todd Gilliland. That was a nasty crash. Both trucks hit hard at heavy damage. One of them was in the Astro on the inside through 3 and 4 with Greenfield, and Ruck was just sliding down the banking. Luckily, they were near the pit road entrance. Both hits as we speak. How it ended. It's going to cost Kraft a little more time if he's going to want to catch Friesen. We'll be coming to 10 laps to go this time by in stage 1. Aiden Roland, welcome to the stream. 10 to go here in the opening stage, so 3.5 seconds is the difference. Lap traffic coming up now. Doing pretty good, Aiden. Ooh, contact. 22 in the 88 there. Out of time. I don't even know if that right front tire is going to make it to the end of the stage on this 88 truck as well, though. It's going to be cutting it really close. He might have to start backing it off. But if he does that, he's basically going to have to commit to not making it to the end of the stage. Pulling in Friesen pretty abruptly. Oh man, almost got into the back of Jennifer Jo Cobb. And then she got into the back of Crafton after Crafton cleared him. Or cleared her rather, and both ended up in the wall. That did not help the right side tires at all for Crafton's truck, and he loses a little more on Friesen, and Friesen struggling to get around Jesse Little now. We stay green. Well, yeah, Briscoe obviously deserves that Stewart-Haas ride. I mean, 9 wins on the Xfinity Series. He's locked into the championship. It's his championship to lose at this point. He obviously deserves a ride. And I've talked a couple times about Jones going to Petty. It'll be interesting to see what he can do for that program. I think it'll be kind of fun as a fan to see how it goes, but I definitely feel bad for him losing a top-tier ride because I think he deserves one. Just was nothing available anymore. Crafton take the lead into turn 1 away from Stuart Friesen. It'll be a lead change at the line this next time by, but can Crafton make it to the end of the stage as we come to 5 laps to go? That right front tire is wearing out quite a bit. And he's going to start backing out of the gas quite a bit here. Kind of coasting it through the corners. Crafton's getting way out of the gas. He's doing everything he can. He's plenty good on fuel. He has really burnt up that right front tire. But now that he's gotten the lead, he can do this. Friesen going to try to run him down, but he's got a couple extra lap trucks to get by as well. These guys should be plenty good to go to the end of the stage. Crafton is the only one really having to save. Coming from the back to the front. He was obviously pushing the wall that one time as well. Oh. Nursing that truck. Three to go. A little bit harder through 1 and 2. Try to open up that gap a little bit more. He's got about 2.5 laps to go. He should be able to make it if he just keeps saving. Ooh, loose getting into turn 3. Once he got out of the gas. Slide right underneath Jordan Anderson. And we'll go a lap down. We'll see if he'll be able to be the first driver one lap down at the end of the stage in a couple laps. That didn't really back out much through 1 and 2 there. Lap and a half to go now. Around Ankrum, Natalie Decker, John Hunter Nemechek, who started at the back, is up to 15th. Odo a lap down as well. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage number 1. Grafton pushing hard to the end of the stage. We'll see if he might be able to put that next truck a lap down. I can't tell exactly who that is off of turn 2, but he'll be able to make it to the end of the stage now. Grafton did a good job saving his equipment, or whatever he could. It's going to be Zane Smith in the 21 truck. Crafton's going to beat him back to the line. So 13 drivers finish on the lead lap in stage 1. Matt Crafton will go on to win the opening stage of the race at Charlotte as we go caution-free through the opening stage of this one. Crafton, Friesen, Creed, Gillen, and Moffitt, your top 5, followed by Hill, Enfinger, Sauter, Chastain, and Eckes will round out the top 10, and will all receive stage points here in the opening stage of the race tonight. Just 30 laps in this opening stage, and caution-free, we flew through it, but of course we did see an accident between Clay Greenfield and Angela Ruck as they both hit hard in turns 3 and 4. And I believe they are both still in the race, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Ruck's back on the track. She lost a few laps because of it, and Clay Greenfield is actually still done for the day, it looks like. That free pass will go to Zane Smith, by the way. Had about 5% more tape. No, not quite. No adjustments, it looks like, actually. The number 88 crew. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. We're just 1 away from 600 coming into the stream today. And thanks for everybody tuning in, of course. As always, we got these full race live streams on the daily. Realistic broadcast for NASCAR video games as I start my broadcasting career. So join me on the journey, and we'll see where we can take this over the long haul to hopefully broadcast real races one day. Neck and neck here off of turn 2. Friesen and Crafton side by side for the lead. Friesen won the race up. Crafton trying to hold them back down the back straightaway. He was staying right on that door. And his truck's just a little too tight, driving it off into 3 and 4. And he is in the wall up at turn 4. Contact there with Chastain, bottom of the racetrack as they hang on to it somehow. Crafton did lose a couple spots because of it, but that could have been a heck of a lot worse. Another truck to his inside of Johnny Sauter. Mop gets on by, Gillen to the inside. As Crafton continues to fall back through the field. Austin Hill all over his back bumper right now. Back into the outside of Ty Majeski. Trying to stay right on his door. Getting into the corner. He just can't get back to the gas as soon with how tight the truck is at the beginning of the run. And now Christian crap shot off the turn 2. Get him going down the back straightaway. 3 wide. Behind the 8 and the 88. Nemechek now for position. Austin Hill just gets to the outside of that 88 truck and a push from behind for Christian Eckes. That really loosened. 4-1 fit ahead of him with Matt Crafton, but Crafton charges back to the inside. Austin Hill trying to perhaps get back into the top 10 here. That's about the time he has pushed Crafton now. He's really trying to get him going, but I think Eckes probably just needs to find another way to get around him. Oh, and he about turns him off the turn 4. Right on that left rear corner panel, he definitely didn't hit him square that time. Eckes looks back to pass and carries the run in the draft down the back straightaway. Group of about 4 trucks right ahead of him. So with 30 laps in stage 1, 30 laps in stage number 2, it's going to leave us 74 laps in the final stage of the race tonight. Crafton looks low, 3 wide, a little contact with Austin Hill. And Hill's still able to get around Ty Majeski corner exit, even with the contact underneath him. Bold move there by Eckes, trying to do the same thing Crafton just did. And Crafton going to split him wide at the outside going into turn 1. Getting pretty narrow around this racetrack. This driver's making aggressive driving here just outside the top 10. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Crafton back into the top 10. Still trying to run down Tanner Gray, Austin Hill in 8th and 9th. Series race tomorrow too. See if we'll get another driver lock themselves into the championship 4. Excited to see how, even though he's not in the playoffs, again, he's my favorite driver, and won that race earlier this year. If it wasn't for Quinn Houff pitting from the third lane up the racetrack, he probably would have won the race. Trapped him a lap down. It kind of ended his chance to get back up there and win the race, but he had a fast car, that's for sure. Crafton gonna get right underneath of Austin Hill. We're gonna alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in the race today. Still 16 laps to go in stage 2 as well. Tire management is a big key for Crafton in this race, knowing he's only got 3 sets left to the end. Should be able to make it to the end of stage 2, and then he'll put 4 more tires on it. That will give him 2 sets for the final set. That final stage of the race, which you would think should be able to, and as long as we don't have a ton of cautions kind of throwing everybody off strategy from that point on. We have not had a caution for incident yet today. Good racing though. Billy Kramer, welcome to the game. Driving it hard underneath Moffitt and now Enfield. Crafton up to 6th. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough for Harvick not to go to the round of 4 at this point. I I think you're going to have to win to get into the next round of the playoffs. If you're in that round of 8, you're going to have to pull off some sort of strategy to get the track position you need at Texas tomorrow, and you're going to have a fast car wheel. See, that would be the best thing for these guys, is if they don't win themselves, a guy like Harvick wins. Because everybody else is kind of close on points right now. Bush, you DNF'd that, unfortunately, but we'll have to see how that all kind of stacks up, of course. But I think they're going to have to win, because I think Truex could go out there and win at Martinsville, and I mean, you know, if they get the right track position, the right strategy. I look at guys with great crew chiefs like Chase Elliott with Alan Gustafson. I think the lack of Cole Pern in a race day tomorrow, but I think they'll have, you know, good speed to get points. But I think ultimately it's going to come down to Truex in Martinsville for a 4th straight time, which isn't impossible. But I do think Harvick and Hamlin are probably going to be the favorites tomorrow. Track position game, they've got the crew chiefs, they've got obviously the driver mentality. We'll have to see if we'll see those strange tire strategies tomorrow. We'll have to see what the tire fall off will be like. If Goodyear brings a different tire to the racetrack, I think that's going to really kind of change things quite a bit, because if there's not going to be a lot of tire fall off like there was in the first Texas race this year, then I think that's going to be the case for this one as well. You're going to see a lot of the same races. Crafton has closed in on Sheldon Creed. Stuart Friesen, who has dominated the early going of a fuel and tire run here tonight, is leading right now, of course, with just 9 laps to go in stage 2. Crafton trying to run him down after just getting by Christian Eckes for second, or sorry, Sheldon Creed rather, for second. Ty Gillen, Ross Chastain, 4th and 5th, inside the top right now. It's a tale of 2 stories. Crafton, with the better long run truck today, was able to win stage 1 because we didn't have a caution for incident. He is wheeling this car around the racetrack. Now just 1 second off the lead. 8 to go in the stage at the line. But it takes him almost the entire tire run just to get up to Friesen. And again, with no cautions for incident today, that's going to make up for a very interesting strategy game in that final stage. Crafton's going to be able to make it on 1 or 2 stops. And Friesen got caught behind the 22 truck there as they split him 3 wide down the front stretch. Crafton to the lead. What a move. A little tight getting into turn 1, but he's got the truck at this point in the run. He should be able to hold on. Lap of stage 2. Now right front starting to wear out like it did at the end of stage 1, so he might have to nurse it. 6 laps. Had to get out of the gas there. Almost got into Jesse Little. Crafton, oh man, in the wall. Again, he can't run the outside that well today with how tight the truck is. And is held up now as Tyler Hill is right in front of him, and there is nowhere to go for him. See if Friesen might be able to get a run and get right back at him. Knowing that Crafton might have to nurse it here the last couple laps as well. Friesen has fallen half seconds off the lead. I guess that gives Crafton a little bit more breathing room. 4 to go in the stage now. And prematurely. I think Crafton would be alright with that, knowing that would give him another playoff point tonight. And he will sweep the race. Still fighting for that regular season championship, of course, one of the championship favorites in the early going of the season. Again, this is only the 8th race, but only 16 races in the regular season. So just 8 more to go. We'll be halfway home after today, and 10 spots to be locked in for the playoffs. So you have a couple of them locked in, but see if Crafton can get another double. Looking like the guy beat if we keep getting long runs like we've had all day today. Again, no cautions for incidents so far. If we get a lot of cautions, though, I think you're going to have to look out for Stuart Friesen. Those are definitely the 2 best trucks. And you never know, late race yellow could happen and somebody could steal the show, but I don't know if I see that happening right now. Captain hasn't nursed it at all in this stage like he did one. So maybe he's taking care of his tires a little bit better than what he did in that opening stage of the race. Getting underneath Tyler Ankrum. Blake Decker off of turn 4, white flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage. And 1, and he's likely to get the free pass. The end of stage 2 as well, as Crafton shoots the gap to get by him through 3 and 4. Crafton gonna nurse it in the final corner now that he's cleared Zane Smith, and Matt Crafton will win stage 2 here at Charlotte, sweeping the stages to start the day, managing his tires once again. And again, Stuart Friesen finishes 2nd, so 2 best trucks finished 1-2 in each of the first 2 stages of the race. The top 10 really hasn't shaken order much. There you see it on the screen. Crafton, Friesen, Krieg, Gillen, Chastain, your top 5, followed by Sauter, Hill, Moffitt, and Edenfinger, and Eckes round out the top 10. And pit stops will be coming once more. Half round of wedge being taken out of the truck here for Crafton. Maybe try to loosen it up. That 5% more tape, so a little bit of an adjustment here for the 88 team. We'll have 71 laps to go in the final stage. Once we go green, and how about Sheldon Krieg gaining 2 spots on pit road? He'll lead his first laps here. Under green flag back in the air, stage number 3. Win. Crafton trying to hold tight with Sheldon as we get up to speed. Side drafting him a little bit. Krieg got a little loose. Up the track though goes Crafton. Couldn't stay on his door for too long. Sheldon Krieg to the lead. Has inside. And now it's Matt Crafton going for the race lead on the bottom of the racetrack. He gets tight up the hill again. A push from behind there from Friesen. There's a little contact now with Johnny Sauter. Friesen now stuck on the outside as he's got a truck to his inside. It almost got into him. I believe that was Ross Chastain in the 45. Crafton gets tight up the hill again. Oh, and he saves it. He almost got in the wall. He had to get way out of the gas, and that entire outside line had to check up. Friesen, Rhodes. Of course, Chastain already went by on the inside. Ty Majeski might as well. Crafton's got Ty Gillen all over his back bumper now, and boy, he's lost some spots since the start of the race. Remember, he qualified 2nd at 38 truck. Now hold on to these pushes. The tires the rest of the way to the finish. Again, caution free to this point for incident. The only time we've had a break in the race is for those breaks. Gillen rips around the side to move into the top 10 now. Robbie Dixon, welcome to the stream. Big push from behind now from Austin Hill on the back of that 88 truck. Robbie, unfortunately, by the way, it was a cup race at Martinsville, but no, unfortunately, I did not win it. We DNF'd 200 laps in, so that is why I'm doing a doubleheader today. We didn't quite get halfway, got in an accident off of turn 4, and ended our day, so that is why we are running this one. Didn't have any intentions of running a doubleheader, but I was kind of thinking to myself too, if I was going to DNF early in the race like I did, if we weren't going to make it at least 3/4 of the way through, we were going to do another stream today. Crafton now on the inside, looking at Ben Rhodes in the 99. A push there from Tanner Gray. It might help him out. Only because he was able to hang on to the push. Trey, welcome to the stream as well. Crafton up to 9th. Remember, he took a half around a wedge out of the car to try and help the stress that he might have been putting on that right front tire. Maybe the truck would come a little bit quicker as well. So far, it's working out for him. After trying to hook the inside line, trying to get underneath the 38. Got to run down the back straightaway now with the draft wide into turn 3. As they all try to hold their lines. These trucks are a little bit wider. It's a mile and a half like this, and perfect. And Crafton especially gaining a couple spots that last lap, quickly getting around Majeski now and up to 6th. Yeah, career mode's going on pretty well so far. Just finished up the regular season. I haven't posted the last 3 videos of the regular season yet, so those are still waiting to upload. Those will be ready to go, and I should start live streaming career modes again. I plan on doing that right around the round of 12 for the playoffs, kind of like I did last year. I think we'll get out of the round of 16 pretty easily this season, so should be a lot of stress there. So by the start of the round of 12, I'll start live streaming them again. Starting next week, sometime, or this coming week. Underneath that, gets now for 4th. And a big run to the inside of Chastain off of turn 4. That 80 is coming to life a little bit quicker after that wedge adjustment as he goes for 3rd, and he's got it before they even get into turn 1. Friesen leading laps here, not too far ahead of Sheldon Creed. And Crafton is closing in quickly. He's only 3 in this final stage. Can alternate through the different camera angles once again here today as 8 laps to go currently. You wonder if we're even going to get a caution in this one. We have not had a caution for incident. And with less than 60 laps to go, I know the later and later we get into this race, the more likely we are of having a caution. Guys are only going to race more and more aggressively, but I mean, so far, it's been a fairly clean race, despite how aggressive these guys have been, especially on the restarts that we've had with the stages. Crafton with a run to the inside of Creed now for second, going into turn 3. Oh, he's got it easily. And now just 1 second off the race lead. The two best trucks all day long are now inside the top 3. Top 2, rather. Guess you can make an argument that Sheldon Creed has been the 3rd fastest truck today and performing a little better in this final stage. Got a little better track position at the start when his pit crew got them off of pit road ahead of both Friesen and Crafton. And Crafton's pit crew's been lagging tonight. They haven't won a race off pit road yet. Under those stage breaks. Crafton with a run down to the inside of Friesen into turn 1. Easily going to take away the lead and beat Friesen back to the gas as well. It'll be a lead change at the start-finish line this next time by, as Matt Crafton will take the lead for the first time in the final stage and the 3rd time total here tonight. Lap traffic in the picture now. Angelo Ruck, Mike Harmon be the first trucks to be passed here by Crafton. Friesen trying to cling on, but there's just no way he's going to be able to. He's hoping for a late race restart, though. That would definitely get Friesen a short run truck all day long. That could definitely play into his advantage. Oh boy, may have been a little contact. It's tough to tell. That was definitely close call between the 8 and the 22 again. And that's also what Crafton's got to worry about. That right front tire starting to wear out once again. This point in the run. He charges through the lap traffic. Soon. There's no saving here in this final stage. $50 laps to go. 2 more sets of tires the rest of the way. Again, he'll be able to make it to the end with those 2 sets of tires, but he does not want to have to pit an extra time compared to everybody else, but it looks like he's going to have to if we stay green the entire time. How many more laps is Crafton going to stay out of the pits before he comes to pit road? I think he's got intentions of staying out this time and then pitting the following time by. So swoop around the 33 truck of Josh Reaume. So first green flag stop of the day. The pit road speed limit is 45 miles an hour without qualifying or practice. We'll have to see if Crafton could get to pit road without a speeding penalty. He'll have 46 laps left when he comes out of the pits. So Crafton gonna pit this time by. Again, 45 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. Nobody on the track behind him. He can use the banking coming off onto pit road. Perfectly done. 4 fresh tires. Topping off on fuel. Just inside the pit window to make it to the end. He'll repair that 1 second of damage he's got on the car as well. .9 second stop. Wasn't the quickest out of the 88 team there, but we'll see as he merges back up the track. Well, once he gets down the back straightaway, he'll merge back up the track, but he's just coming out of the pits. And there's Friesen, who is the new leader, to now put Crafton down, but Crafton on 4 tires should be able to get right back around him quickly. Down to 4 trucks on the lead lap. Crafton has to hustle because everybody else is likely going to stay out for about another 15 to 20 laps at least. Trouble in trying to win this race if it does stay green to the finish, because he is likely going to have to pit another time, although he can maybe make it on fuel. It'd be not going to make it the way he's been pushing and wearing that right front out over the course of the day, so we'll have to wait and see. No wonder we go into this race. You wonder if we can go tire way without a... That just might happen. So far between the Truck Xfinity and Cup Series for these final seasons of each on in the Truck and Xfinity Series, so we haven't even had one that's only had 1 caution in a race, so we can definitely break that record here this afternoon with this truck race. I mean, one, you still break it, but this has possible intentions of going without a caution. The lead. His pace is only going to pick up over the course of the run, on top of the fact that these guys are still going to have older tires, but that's a lot of ground to try and make up now. He could pit at the same time as everybody else, but even then, I don't know. Strategy, I guess he can run it out as far as he can and pit right sides only, because the left sides haven't worn out that much over the course of the run. It's really just it's wearing out quite a quarter of the way through the 6 or 7 laps. I think he's going to have to be committed to a one-stop strategy. It's a huge advantage on 4 fresh tires. It's an advantage after so long, like it would be on any track, but yeah, it's Charlotte. Liking it. I guess a Fontana, where you desperately need tires at any given moment. This is not one of those types of racetracks.
Yellow's out. Back her down.
39 laps to go. Our first caution of the race, and it could be the last depending on how this might go. Friesen still in the lead. Free pass will go to John Hunter Nemechek in 15th. So this is going to set something very interesting up here. You can see that truck in smoke down the front stretch. Crafton might as well pit now. But he has not been able to go more than 30 laps. He's asking a lot out of these tires. But it might be the last chance he's going to have of getting the win, because he's not going to be afforded to pit under green and still win this race. Everybody else can now make it to the end. Green flag back in the air. This could be the final restart of the day. Everybody on their final sets of tires. 35 laps to go. Good restart there by Crafton on the bottom. Getting through the shifts pretty good. He's gaining time. Quickly going to get inside the top 10. Out there, stalling out down the back straightaway. 3 wide to the bottom into turn 3 goes Crafton. Underneath both Christian Eckes, Austin Hill. Friesen trying to hold on to the lead as Chastain looks to get around him. And so trying to push his teammate Crafton down the front stretch. Friesen quickly down to the bottom in front of Chastain. He'll hold on to the lead. Crafton washes up the racetrack, and now he's got Eckes to push back straight away. See those RPMs really ripping out on that 88 truck. Oh man, and Johnny Sutter just drilled Crafton right off of turn 4. 33 laps left. Can Friesen hold on and win it? This is probably the best restart Crafton's had all day long. He's trying to hold on to 7th. Ooh, Eckes almost got saved off it. Just 32 more laps. Friesen pulling away from second on back. Up the hill goes Crafton. Benfield's to his inside. Crafton's starting to go back. Oh, just got into the back. Gander Gray down the back straightaway. And that stalled Crafton's momentum out again, and now he gets tight through 3 and 4. Almost in the wall, had to lift. And Eckes got into the back of him. 30 laps to go at Charlotte. Crafton clear Majeski up turn 4 down the front stretch. Does up to 10th again. And now 30 left. He's going to have to hang on. Again, he's asking for about 6 more laps out of those tires to go on the rest of the day. So if he is going to have to back out early like he did in one, I have to probably start laying off a little bit sooner. But when is the right time? Because it might take him a little bit to get to the lead. And to pick the left off of Enfinger, who he just passed behind him. He's still about 5 seconds off the race lead. We're going to alternate through the different camera angles. Time in the race today. At the finish line right now with 27 laps left. Crafton's starting to back his corners up just a little bit more right now. Might be a little early in the run, but he's got nobody around him, so now might be the right time to do it. No traffic behind him, so he's not holding anybody up. Nor does he have to hustle to get around somebody. By getting out of the gas a little bit more, he's not having to the truck in the corner as hard. Therefore, less stress on the right front. So that is why he is backing out of the gas earlier. Letting the truck just kind of roll through the corners. Speed-wise, the truck will come to him over the course of this run. But if he doesn't start doing something now, he can't wait around till the last 10 laps. It'll be too late. Oh, in the wall off of turn 4. Light little brush. A bit of damage on the rear after got in the back of the second, remember. Restart. Loosen the truck up a little bit more over the course of the run as well. As far as the handling goes. As the tires start to wear out more and more over the course of the run. And again, just one today, and it came out with 39 laps to go. We have 23 laps left now. Almost halfway through the tire run. Now, still got 22 laps left. I think that intensity is starting to kick in here for Crafton. More of a sense of urgency than anything else, but when is the right time to start the race truck? Still about 5.5 seconds off the lead. So since he started backing it off, he's lost about a half a second. I believe it was Jesse Little who was the lap truck on pit road up in smoke there, but we stay green. He got off the racetrack. Slowly starting to roll in Austin Hill. For 6. He'll get around him. Oh, in the wall up turn 4. It's not helping the right side of him now. Has cleared him. Crafton still on the inside. Now he's battling for position. And Crafton hopped in line and then makes another move into turn 3 again. They had to push it hard to get around him at least. Might do the same to get around Brett Moffitt for 5th here as well. On the front stretch will clear him before they get into turn 1. Crafton up to 5th. Heavy lap traffic right around the race leader. Stuart Friesen and Sheldon Creed is now closing the gap on him. Crafton for 4th to the inside of Chastain. Gilliland now closing up on the leaders. Side by side for the lead through 1 and 2. Friesen on the top, Creed on the bottom. Crafton's pushing hard. He has a chance to get to the lead quickly now. Big move underneath of Gilliland for 3rd. He's got it into turn 3. Friesen to the outside. Creed on the inside. Crafton had to get off the brakes. He almost got into Harmon. And Friesen starts to drive with 16 laps to go. Oh, contact. Gilliland and Crafton there, and Crafton still in 4th after all that. Now to the outside, Gilliland for 3rd. And the big run in the draft of Sheldon Creed. Gigantic run there into turns 3 and 4. They're pushing hard on the outside. Friesen caught up behind a lap car. And Sheldon Creed will take the lead off in turn 4. Using Raphael. 15 laps to go. Sheldon Creed leads. Crafton to the outside, and he's in the wall again. Through turns 1 and 2, Creed went up to block. Crafton thought he was going to go low and out other side. Friesen is fighting on the bottom. Still has a run. Boy, he's got speed in that race truck. Crafton underneath. Sheldon Creed will take the lead off of turn 4. Lead change at the line again. 14 to go. Crafton is back out in front, as Creed tries to hold on for 2nd with Friesen and Gilliland right behind him. And now, will the right front tire make it to the end of the race for Matt Crafton? And will we stay green to the end of the race as well? Crafton going to push hard for a couple laps here to at least get away from these guys before he starts to back up. They're backing off when they get to the lap stage. He was saving. Lap traffic 2 by 2 in front of the leaders. Caught him up, and Crafton was able to get to the lead even quicker than he anticipated. And they still battle for 2nd further back. It looks like the out of the Clay Green got in an accident back in stage 1, even though there wasn't a caution for it.
Careful, go back.
3.5 second lead.
Clear high, bud. Got one peeking outside. You got room. You're clear. Got a car high now. All right, you're clear.
Sheldon Creed is still holding on to 2nd place. And Todd Gilliland's actually now up to 3rd with Friesen in 4th. Ross Chastain rounds out the... Sorry. Front's down 23% tire wear again. Crafton. Now is the time for him to start backing off. Open the gas. He's backing off about 3/4 of the way down the back straightaway now. He's backing way out of it. 6 more laps compared to normal tonight. There's a lot to ask out of those guys, especially when he was saving for 3 or 4 laps to the end of the 30-lap stretch. So really, it's probably more like 10 laps he's trying to save on those tires compared to normal tonight. Just one caution here in this final stage isn't helping the tire wear effect of everything here. Eight to go. That last lap was about 1.5 seconds off of Crafton's original pace. Creed is closing in. He was about 7 seconds off the lead. Now it's more like 6. Crafton taking the shortest way around the track too. A little loose getting off into turn 3. That's the second lap in a row he got that loose. Crafton does have to be careful backing off as much as he is, but he's a 3-time champ. 7 to go. I think he knows what he has to do to win. But will it be enough? Black Ace, welcome to the stream. Oh, geez, I was paying attention to the chat there and I just completely missed her. Alright, we're good. That is not going to help that right front tire out anymore either, though. Creed 4 seconds back, 6 laps to go. %, tire wear left on that 88 truck. Again, trying to make it to the finish. Nursing the right front tire. Punching back into the gas through 3 and 4. These are a long 10 laps for Crafton. Backing it off. 3 seconds now is the lead. 5 laps to go, and he's going to start to pick up the pace a little bit again. These lap trucks could play a factor here if Creed closes the gap too much. Crafton going to get around these 3 trucks. Put a little more of a buffer in between him and Sheldon Creed in second place. Caution comes out now. We would go to overtime. We would go past the scheduled limit of the race. Yeah, Ace, the only reason it was a double header today was because I wrecked out in the cup race at Martinsville about 200 laps into the race. So.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
Opening that gap up. Ready to go. Two to go this time by. I think Crafton's really trying to hustle to get to that place. Dropped off. Does not want there to be another restart. His right front tire might not make it if we have to go extra laps. On the outside through 3 and 4. Big run. Oh man, almost got the peck of Lassard. Very clear Engelman on the inside. White flag in the air. Have to go at Charlotte for Matt Crafton. We have had just one caution all day long for incident. It came with 39 laps to go in the race. Somebody blew it his race today. And Matt Crafton is about to go on and win yet another one this season. Adding on to that regular season points lead. The right front will make it to the end. He saved a lot in the last 20 laps or so. Crafton claims the checkered flag at Charlotte
Checker flag is in the air. It's yours.
as we win our second race of our doubleheader today. And whatever's left on the right front now will be burnt to the ground in the victory celebration for this 88 team. "70 minutes total time on the race today. That's an hour and 10 minutes. Matt Crafton dominated the majority of the race, winning both stages and the race. Come the end of it, a little bit of a battle there at the end. Finally taking the lead back. With about 15 laps to go roughly, and was able to kind of crawl away from that point on, as well as saving that right front tire to the end of the race. So Crafton, P1, followed by Creed, Friesen, Gilliland, Moffitt, your top 5. Chastain, Hill, Sauter, Eckes, and Enfinger round out the top 10. 13 truck drivers finished on the lead lap here today. Just the one DNF, Clay Greenfield. That was back early in stage 1. Less than 20 laps into the race. 5th win of the season now for Crafton. He has a 30-point lead on Stuart Friesen, who finished second today, and also finished second in each of the, finished 4th today, but he finished second in both stages, so a good points day for Friesen nonetheless. And there you see, again, 4 different winners on the season, but Clay Greenfield needs to finish top 20 in points. He sits 29th right now for that win at Daytona on the season opener to count towards a playoff spot. So 3 drivers are clinched in, 7 spots open, still 8 races to go until the playoffs. And again, 30 points is the difference between first and second for that 15 playoff point bonus for winning the regular season title. Big win here today for Crafton. At Charlotte, Friesen had the fastest lap, 30.550 was the fastest lap. And actually, Friesen led the most laps today, believe it or not. He led 83 of the 134 laps. Crafton just had the better long-run truck. It took most of the run to get to the lead, but ended up paying off come race end. That is going to do it here for this one. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Hit that like button down below if you enjoyed the race, the commentary, the video in general. We got full race live streams on the daily with a realistic broadcast. So tune in tomorrow. We'll have another one. We'll have the Xfinity Series at Charlotte sometime before the race at Texas tomorrow. No guaranteed time for when I will start that, but it will be before the Cup race at Texas, so stay tuned for that one. So hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss the stream. That's going to do it here for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Predictions, post-race analysis video also coming out for the Texas race for tomorrow. So have a good rest of your night.